Watch a video of the same author continuing her talk about business etiquette. Pay special attention to any elements of etiquette that are new to you.
Right then, thank you for your prompt return from the break. My next topic is about company culture. Like interviewing, this is a very big topic to cover, so I'll have to limit my talk to only a few important points. First and foremost, I would like to stress that employees need to immediately study and understand key aspects of their company's hierarchy and culture. Without this knowledge, employees could get themselves into embarrassing situations. It's really basic business etiquette to know who works for who and have some background about the culture of the whole company and of the colleagues, and to be sensitive to any differences. For example, when extending invitations to dinners or other events, knowing something about the background of who you are inviting shows that you respect your invitees. Find out what their preferences are and whether or not they have any allergies, etc. Remember that knowledge is power, so we should all strive to gain this important knowledge that is so easily attainable. Another thing that helps an employee grow in a company is not to be afraid to work outside the scope of one's job description. How does this relate to business etiquette? Quite simply, no one likes to hear the words, "It's not in my job description." All employees are part of teams, small and large, with the biggest team being all the employees at the company. Sometimes teammates need to step up and do things that are not explicitly stated in their job descriptions. If this happens, the proper etiquette is to step up and do the task and gain the respect of colleagues. This will also help us gain other experiences and become known as a reliable team member. Going a bit further, I would also recommend looking for opportunities to gain life experience while at work. Since we spend the majority of our lives at our jobs, we should all strive to gain experience and build our own intrinsic value so as to become better employees and people. Proper business etiquette makes simple demands of us, such as using proper tone when talking with others, respecting others for who they are, using proper manners, and just being kind. If you do these things, you will soon find that your colleagues are more comfortable approaching you with opportunities that will help you grow as a person and a professional. Speaking of colleagues being more approachable, this leads me to office communications. The topic itself is enough for a complete course. However, there are a few aspects within the larger topic that we can cover rather quickly. At the top of the list for office communication is listening. Yes, you heard that correctly. Most people don't think about listening when they think about communication, but the truth is that listening is the most important part of communication. Despite its importance, research has shown that most people don't actually listen during most conversations. Instead of listening when the other person is talking, they are thinking about what they want to say next. This hinders effective communication. Therefore, proper business etiquette requires us to listen. And I mean truly listen when someone else is talking. Another aspect of business etiquette is that we should not bother colleagues, clients, or potential clients. What I mean is that we shouldn't ask our colleagues too many questions or talk to them excessively while they are trying to do their jobs. We should also be careful about the number of times and frequency of calling someone or sending them messages. For example, if you send a request to someone via email, don't follow up with the same request the next day. Give it a couple of days. Then, wait another week before sending another request. Proper etiquette is to not send the same request more than 3 or 4 times within a month. If they do not reply to you by then, they may either be too busy or are shy about denying your request. In either case, it's time to let it go and move on. In addition, be careful about when you send messages to others. Emails can be sent at about any time of the day. but text messages or instant messages should be treated like phone calls. In other words, don't send these kinds of messages late at night or even outside of regular work hours. It's poor etiquette to disturb someone when they are at home, so follow proper etiquette and stick to doing business during business hours. Finally, there are just 2 more small considerations. The first is to try to use inclusive language. What that means is trying to use pronouns such as we and us when talking about things that are business related. By doing so, you bring your colleagues into the fold and let them know that you are all on the same team. In the same respect, avoid using pronouns such as I, me, and you, as these are exclusive and may be perceived as either arrogance or blame, depending on the situation. Second, make sure to pay attention to body language. If someone is visibly in a hurry, distracted, or disinterested in a conversation, it may be time to politely end the conversation and move on to doing something more productive. We all subconsciously display many thoughts and feelings through our body language, and it will be a good idea to follow this talk up with further studies in body language and facial expressions. However, unfortunately, we are out of time tonight, so I can't get into any more details at this moment. Let's leave it there until next time. I appreciate you all coming out tonight and spending this time with me. Be sure to check out my book on business etiquette. You can get a copy as you exit. Thank you again, and good night.